So, thanks. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Okay, devotees in this geography, can you come to this geography? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 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 Okay, I am happy to be here giving this value class for VIHE today. Thank you for having me. So today's topic is humility and tolerance. So I will read from Sri Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Antyal Adi Leela, chapter 17, verse number 31. If you want to refer, Chaitanya Chaitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 17, verse number 31. It's a famous shloka. Trinadapi sunicena taror api shahishuna अमानिना मानदेना कीर्तनिया सदा हरि तृणादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेन कीर्तनिया सदा हरि तृणादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेन कीर्तनिया सदा हरि. Anybody wants to recite? Trinadapi sunicena tarorapi sahishuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada hari. Trinadapi sunicena tarorapi sahishuna अमानिना मानदेना कीर्तनिया सदा हरि तृणादपि सुनीचेना तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेना कीर्तनिया सदा हरि Trinadapi, then downtrodden grass. Sunichena, being lower. Tarorapi, then a tree. Shaishuna, with more tolerance. Amanina, without being puffed up by false pride. Manadena, giving respect to all. Kirtaniya, to be chanted. Sada, always. Hari, the holy name of the Lord. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. One who thinks himself lower than the grass, who is more tolerant than a tree, and who does not expect personal honor, yet is always prepared to give all respect to others, can very easily always chant the holy name of the Lord. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The grass is specifically mentioned in this verse because everyone tramples upon it, yet the grass never protests. This example indicates that a spiritual master or leader should not be proud of his position, being always humbler than an ordinary common man. He should go on preaching the cult of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Verse number 32. Urdhva bahu kari kaho shuna sarvaloka nama sutre ganti para kante shloka. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Raising my hands, I declare, everyone, please hear me. String this verse on the thread of the holy name and wear it on your neck for continuous remembrance. Purport. When chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, in the beginning one may commit many offenses, which are called Nam Abhas and Nam Aprad. In this stage, there is no possibility of achieving perfect love of Krishna by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Therefore, one must chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra according to the principles of the above verse. Trinadapi sunichena taror api shahishuna. One should note in this connection that chanting involves the activities of the upper and lower lips as well as the tongue. All three must be engaged in chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. The words Hare Krishna should be very distinctly pronounced and heard. Sometimes one mechanically produces a hissing sound instead of chanting with the proper pronunciation with the help of the lips and tongue. Chanting is very simple, but one must practice it seriously. Therefore, the author of Sri Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, advises everyone to keep this verse always strung about his neck. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna. So once in Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's servant Govind, he came to Sanatana Goswami and he told him, tomorrow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to meet you. So please arrive at this time, lunchtime. Sanatana Goswami was very happy. So next day he went at a proper time to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya told Govind to give him some prasad. And after prasad, they both met. So during the conversation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu casually asked, Sanatan, how did you come? Which path you took? So there were two paths. One was a short path from Sanatana Goswami's residence to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's residence. That would go on the main road near the Jagannath temple. One was a long path that would go from the beach. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu casually asked, which path you came? Sanatana Goswami said, I came from the beach. So Chaitanya said, why? Why you took the long path when there was a short path available? Generally, if the short path is available, we prefer short path. We don't take long path. So this was a surprise. So Sanatana Goswami said, on the short path, I have to cross the main road. And on the main road, there are many devotees who are visiting Jagannath temple. Some are going inside the temple, visitors. And some are doing service and coming outside, devotees. And there's a crowd. And if by accident or by mistake, their body touches my body, they will become contaminated. They will become impure, and that will be offense to Lord Jagannath. So I avoid that path. Chaitanya says, Sanatan, I touch you to purify myself. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu repeatedly embraced Sanatana Goswami and repeatedly say that I touch you to purify myself. You have a transcendental body. But Sanatana Goswami never thought that, yeah, I am so great. He is so humble. He thought I am contaminated. I am impure. I am fallen. So if I walk on the main road, I will offend Jagannath by contaminating devotee's body. So then Chaitanya says, Sanatan, it is how did you walk on a hot sand? Generally, if you walk on hot sand, you get blisters. So forcibly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu checked Sanatan's feet. There were big, big blisters. Not one, not two, many. Dozen blisters, big, big blisters, all red. If any one of you have experienced even one blister and you cannot walk further, it's very painful. What to speak about multiple blisters in both feet by walking on hot sand? So Chaitanya saw big, big blisters on his both the feet. He said, Sanatan, so big, big blisters, you didn't feel pain? How did you walk? Sanatana Goswami said, my dear Lord, I was so eager and joyful to know that I will see you and meet you, I didn't feel anything. So Chaitanya got so pleased with Sanatana Goswami's humility and tolerance that he said, even though you are fit to become spiritual master of all the demigods, even though you are so pure, even though you are so great, even though you are so scholar, but still you follow this humble behavior and proper etiquette of a Vaishnava, I am very pleased with you. If a devotee follows proper sadachar, proper etiquette, then that devotee is attractive. That devotee is said to be beautiful devotee. This proper behavior, proper etiquette is considered ornament of a devotee, abhushan. Just like a girl or even a boy may wear ornament to become attractive, a sadhu becomes attractive not by so-called jewels and ornaments. A sadhu becomes attractive by proper sadachar, by proper behavior. So Chaitanya Prabhu was very pleased with Sanatan's humility and tolerance. And this we see repeatedly in the stories of all the devotees. They are great devotees, but they don't claim to be great devotees. They don't show or display that they are great, or they don't want others to consider them great. They don't think themselves as great. They don't value themselves in that way. And Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that this is very important verse. Srila Prabhupada explains that all of us start our bhakti by chanting with offenses, Nam Aparad and Nam Abhas. But then there is a requirement of actually chanting Shuddha Nam to receive Krishna Prem. So at which point there is a change, there is a transformation from Nama Prad, Nama Abhas to Shuddha Nam. Where is the twist in the story? That is Trinadapi Sunichena, Taror Api Shaishuna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadari. Without this, there is no transformation. Without this, we cannot come to chanting pure holy name, Shuddha holy name. So it is not just artificial practice. Genuinely, when I value myself less than others, I can chant whole day. When I value myself less than others, I chant pure holy name. When I value myself less than others, I can go closer to Krishna's lotus feet. But pride, where I value myself more than others, that I am better, I am best, I give better class than others, I eat better kirtan than others, I cook better than others, I make better garlands, I am better in this, I am better in this. Then we will remain at the same place, we will not grow. So it is a requirement for our growth to genuinely be humble and tolerant and give respect to others and not expect respect for ourselves. Lower than the grass. A grass is trampled on the road and the grass doesn't protest, just bends down. No value. So lower the value, closer to Krishna. That day I was in Delhi. So one person came to a shop and he did some purchase. The bill was rupees 99 and he gave 100 rupee note. The cashier gave him 1 rupee coin back. He put that 1 rupee coin in his wallet, where already many 500 rupee notes were there. So in the same wallet, where there were 500 rupee note, now 1 rupee coin got added. The 500 rupees or 1 rupee. Said, hey, 1 rupee, who are you? What are you doing here? You know who am I? 500. Most valuable note. You? 1 rupee? What is your value? I have been to the pocket of Prime Minister. I have been in the purse of Aishwarya Rai. I have been to London. I have been to New York. Where have you been? That 1 rupee is so humble. He said, I have not been to the pocket of Prime Minister. I have not been in the purse of the beauty queen. I have not been to London. I have not been to New York. But I have been in the hundi of Radha Shyam Sundar. I have been to hundi of Tirupati Balaji. I have been hundi of Jagannath Puri. Because you see, in hundis, people put 1 rupee. Nobody puts 500 rupees. So if we are 1 rupee, we will reach the lotus feet of Shyam Sundar. If we are 500 rupees, we will be sitting in somebody's purse. When I was a small boy in the school, we were taught a story. In a very big field, playground, there was a big oak tree, very huge oak tree. And of course there was grass all around. And so many boys would come and play and they would trample on the grass and they will play football. And the ball will come and hit the head of the grass and the grass will bend down. So the oak tree every day would tell the grass, what is your life? Little wind comes, you pay obeisances. Some boys play on your head, you pay obeisances. Some ball comes, You pay obeisances. Look me, wind comes, nothing happens to me. Boys come, they have to go change their path. Ball come, it hits me and goes away. I am standing erect. This is how your life should be, strong and erect. Not like you. Little any wind comes, you immediately bend down. Any person comes, you bend down. Any object comes, you bend down. Every day, the tree would taunt and sarcastically speak to the grass. And the grass will just remain silent. What to do? That is life. So one day there was huge rain and heavy wind. Whole night it was raining and thunder and storm and very heavy wind. Grass was whole night bent, paying obeisances in water. Morning when the sunrise happened and the rain stopped and the wind reduced, the grass stood up. He saw the oak tree doesn't exist. It was uprooted. So, when struggles come in life, if you bend like a grass, you survive. But when we stand erect like an oak tree, then we are uprooted. Because Maya is more powerful than any strength we have. So better to bow down. That's humility. And all our acharyas have displayed such humility. Srila Rupa Goswami, when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he didn't wanted the other devotees to touch him. Vallabh Bhatt wanted to go and embrace Chaitanya Rupa Goswami. But Rupa Goswami ran away. He said, no, no, don't touch me, don't touch me. I am fallen. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was pleased with this humility. Even an advanced devotee is humble. In fact, if an advanced devotee is not humble, he is not advanced. Because the growth in spiritual life means humility. The growth in spiritual life means our faith is increasing and we are becoming more and more humble. Even when we receive knowledge and we grow, we become more humble. Like the tree which has more fruits bends more. The tree which has less fruits is less bending. The tree which has more fruits bends more. So even when we have more knowledge and more seniority, we bend more. That is a proof of advancement. If a devotee is becoming proud by his practice of bhakti or by some skills or by position or by some measurable results, then he is not advancing. He may be becoming senior in the institution, but not advancing. There is a difference between seniority and advancement. To become a senior devotee is very easy. Should I tell you the formula? Just be alive. Just be alive, one day you will become senior devotee. Just be alive, one day you will become senior employee in office. Just be alive, you become a senior citizen in the country. What is a great contribution? Taking in oxygen, giving out the carbon dioxide. Keep breathing, you become senior member of the society. But that is not what ISKCON is for. Prabhupada has given us a process to be advanced. Of course, it is expected, seniors, to be advanced because they are practicing the process. But the most important twist is Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Shaishuna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya Satari. If I am practicing humility, I am becoming genuinely humble, then I am growing in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, I continue offensive chanting for years together, millions of years. The changes are very less. So repeatedly this verse is being highlighted and referred to. And repeatedly devotees who are humble, their examples are provided in the Shastras. And their examples are coming in the classes to inspire us that growth means humility, success means humility, advancement means humility. That I am servant of servant of servant of servant of servant of servant of Krishna. Das, 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 anudas. Not boss, 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 sabka boss. Not that I want to be controller of other devotees or have a position where everybody has to obey me and respect me and things happen as per my wish. That is not a good status. That is not conducive for our spiritual growth. Be humble, bow down. Sometimes you must have heard some ladies who are pregnant. There are two ways the delivery of the baby happens. One is normal delivery and one is cesarean, right? So what are the main conditions by which this happens? If in the womb of the mother, the chin of the baby is touching the chest, it's a normal delivery. If in the womb of the mother, the chin is not touching the chest, it is cesarean. So when the chin touches the chest, that is humility, bowing down. When you are like this, no problem, I am ready to come out, then you are cesarean. So even child in the womb is teaching us that bow down your head, then you will escape easily from this world. But if you stand erect, you are not going to escape from this world. So if I am 1 rupee and I claim to be 10 rupee, that is pride. So I don't claim to be great. I don't claim to be high. If I am 1 rupee and I claim to be 1 rupee, that is self-respect. But if I am 1 rupee and I am claiming to be less than 1 rupee, then I am growing. Why? Because the very estimation that I am 1 rupee is wrong. So as I grow, I modify my estimation. Actually, I was not 1 rupee. I was thinking I was 1 rupee. So when I modify, my estimation reduces, that is growth. So we grow in Krishna consciousness by being humble. And if you are not humble, then you will tumble. Then there will be no Krishna consciousness. It will just be external show and no growth. Then we keep continuing the cycle of birth and death. And the next item is tolerance. Tolerating pain. Matra sparshaastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agma paino anityas tamasthi tikshvasa bharata. The first instruction of Krishna to Arjuna. If there is change around, tolerate. Lord Brahma says, anybody who tolerates pain, thinking that it's my responsibility, my karma, and continues to serve Krishna, Daya Bhak, he inherits the kingdom of God. So there's pain, the first response is tolerance. Knowing well that this pain has come to me, not because of ABC, but because of my past karma. For example, if today at 1 p.m. I am supposed to receive some pain, so if I am on the road, some car will hit me. If I am in the washroom, my leg will slip on the spilled water. If I am with some devotee, he will speak some insulting words, and I will feel pain. So who is the cause of this pain? The car on the road, the water on the floor, or a devotee who is speaking rudely? No. The cause is 1 p.m., my karma. My karma is supposed to fructify at 1 p.m. So at 1 p.m., whoever is around me, becomes the instrument of that karma. So if I am on the street, the car driver is around me. If I am in my family, the family members are around me. If I am in the ashram, the brahmacharis are around me. So they become instrument of karma. So they don't have to be blamed. It is wrong. And most of the time, if you are in ashram, you are with devotees. If you are in family, you are with family members. So they become instrument of karma. And we think my family is so bad, my neighbor's wife so nice, she is so sweet, she doesn't speak bad to me. No, you are there with 2 minutes with neighbor's wife and most of the time with your family. So when 1 p.m. happens, your family is with you, so they become instrument of karma. If you marry somebody else at 1 p.m., that somebody else will become instrument of karma. If you are locked in the house 24 hours with a pure devotee and 1 p.m. happens, that pure devotee will become instrument of your karma. If you are at altar 1 p.m. or whatever time, Lord will become instrument of your karma. So when karma comes at a particular time, whoever is around us become instrument of our karma. So it is wrong to blame them. What do? We tolerate. That this pain is my responsibility. When we take responsibility of pain, it is easy to tolerate. When we blame others, it is difficult to tolerate. So we take responsibility of our pain. Just like a mother in the house and a son, not a child. And the child is playing with a ball. And while playing, he breaks a costly piece of furniture. Now what will mother do? She will chastise the child. She will scold the child. He said, "You naughty boy. So many times I told you, play with the ball outside the house. Look, you broke my costly piece of furniture." And she will punish the child and take the ball away. Right? She will become angry. Next day, the mother is cleaning the house and breaks a costly piece of furniture. While cleaning, what does mother do now? Nothing. Just clean it up. Will she chastise? Will she scold? Will she punish to herself? No. Then why did she become angry yesterday and not today? Because when somebody else is responsible for your loss, you become angry. When you yourself are responsible for your loss and pain, you cannot become angry. You cannot punish yourself. You cannot scold yourself. You cannot go to the mirror and start chastising. It doesn't work. So in the same way, any pain in life, if I blame somebody else for that pain, then I'll become angry. But if I take responsibility that this pain is my own pain because of my previous karma, then I tolerate. Tolerate thanking Krishna. My dear Krishna, thank you very much. A bigger pain was to come, but by your mercy a smaller pain has come. My dear Krishna, I am grateful to you. My leg was to be broken, but just my shoes broke. Thank you very much. Not cry over the broken shoes, but thank Krishna that he gave less suffering, he gave less pain. This empowers us. By tolerating Krishna, our bhakti is steady in spite of pain. That whatever Krishna does is good for me. Once Arjuna went to Krishna, said, "I want to speak to you about Subhadra." Who is Subhadra? Arjuna's wife and Krishna's sister. So if wife's husband goes to wife's brother to speak, Jija and Sala, that's a sensitive matter. So Arjuna told, "My dear Krishna, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, in the war of Mahabharata, Subhadra's only young 16-year-old son Abhimanyu died in front of you. And Subhadra knows my brother is Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of God, who can do anything and everything. But you didn't protect your sister's young son. In spite of that, my dear Krishna, Subhadra's love for you has not reduced. And I appreciate Subhadra for that. You're getting me? If in ordinary family, a sister's son dies in front of the brother, ordinary brother, and the brother doesn't take the son to the hospital, do you think that sister-brother relation will continue? The sister will say, from tomorrow I will not see your face. You didn't help my son. He was about to die. You could have taken him to the hospital. I will not see your face. She will not forgive. And here we have sister and brother, and the brother is Bhagavan who can make dead person alive. He could have easily protected Abhimanyu, who was the only son, 16-year-old boy, having a pregnant wife who became a widow, Uttara. And Krishna didn't protect Abhimanyu. But Subhadra's love didn't reduce. She thought whatever Krishna did is good for me. So sometimes we may have experiences which are unpleasant and bitter, some loss, some pain, and we don't see Krishna's hand. But we should understand whatever Krishna does is good for me. Like a child playing with toy. For 2 hours, very joyful. And suddenly one person comes and takes away the toy, and the child is crying. Is that a pleasant situation? No. Mother does that every day. Every day mother gives toy, after 2 hours says play time over and takes away the toy. And every day the child cries. But when mother does it, it's all right. Why? Because mother is well-wisher. And when mother takes away the toy, mother knows now playtime is over, now it's eating time or sleeping time or homework. So she gives a meal, or she gives a bed, or she gives a copy of homework. There's a change of activity now. Just playing 24 hours will not make the child grow. So child has to have play time, child has to have eating time, child has to have sleeping time, child has to have study time. Then the child will grow. In the same way, Krishna gives and Krishna takes away. Sometimes he gives money and he takes away money. He gives job, he takes away job. He gives near and dear one and they are gone. And he gives reputation and sometimes he takes away the reputation. He gives health and sometimes he takes away the health. And we cry when he takes away. Why we cry? Now there's a change of activity. Krishna wants us to do something else now. The child cries when the mother takes away the toy because the child is attached to the toy. But if the child is attached to mother instead of being attached to the toy, and the mother takes away the toy, child will say, okay, mother is going to give some new adventure, and child will be happy. So instead of being attached to what Krishna has given, we should be attached to the giver. We should be attached to Krishna. That Krishna gave this and Krishna took it away. Now he's going to give something else. A new adventure in life. He is my well-wisher. If he take it away, it must be good for me. It may be money, it may be health, it may be family member, it may be reputation, it may be respect, it may be status, it may be position, it may be success. When he takes it away, it is good for us. Because he knows more than us. He is perfect. So what do we do? Tolerate. What do we do? Be grateful. What do we do? Pay obeisances. What do we do? Continue our duties in Krishna consciousness. Same Mangalarti, same Guru Puja, same chanting, same Narsinga Tulsi Arti, Shingarati, class. Same thing we continue. Whether there is a profit or a loss, whether there is birth or death, whether there is honor or dishonor, whether we receive or we lose, success or failure, we continue our bhakti. That is called steady bhakti. And steady bhakti happens when we learn to tolerate our pains. Tolerance is mode of goodness. So we tolerate for the purpose of growth. If we tolerate and don't grow, that is not tolerance. That is cowardice. There's a difference. When you cut a tree branch, what does the tree branch do? Tolerate. But a new branch grows at the same point. The tree doesn't stop growing. So we don't stop growing. So if there's an abusive relationship or a violent relationship or a situation where we are tolerating and not growing, that is not tolerance. The goal of life is not tolerance. The goal of life is spiritual growth. So tolerance should be favorable to growth. So if there is uncleanliness on the altar, and somebody sees that, and he says, so nice class I heard on tolerance, let me tolerate this uncleanliness. No, this tolerance is mode of ignorance, because uncleanliness is mode of ignorance. It has to be immediately cleaned, because cleanliness is mode of goodness. So tolerating uncleanliness is mode of ignorance, because uncleanliness is mode of ignorance, even though tolerance is mode of goodness. You with me? So that doesn't have to be tolerated. That has to be rectified. So the branch keeps growing. So we have to keep growing, which means our morning program should happen undisturbed. Our chanting should happen properly. And our taste in the holy name should increase. Our service attitude should increase. Our faith on Krishna should increase. And everybody has limit of tolerance. We can't tolerate comparatively like others every time. So we should know our limit to protect ourselves. So tolerance should be such that it gives us growth. Eventually we are peaceful. So basic quality of tolerance should keep increasing. That way we know that we are growing in Krishna consciousness. Trinadapi suni chena, humble like a straw on the street. Taro riva shaishuna, tolerate like a tree. You throw stone at a tree, what does the tree do? Give you mango. Tree doesn't throw stone back. A sadhu should be like that. If somebody praises us or insults us, we give them Krishna Prem. Why does the tree doesn't give stone and only give mango? Because the only stock tree has is mango. The tree doesn't have a stock of stones. So the only stock we should have is truthfulness, dharma, Krishna Prem. So whoever approaches us, we give them what we have. How can we give them what we don't have? But if we have stock of anger, stock of greed, stock of envy, we will give them that. So better only have stock of Krishna Prem. So somebody praises us, we give them Harinam. Somebody insults us, we give them Harinam. Somebody is violent with us, we give them Harinam. Somebody ignores us, we give them Harinam, because that is the only thing I have in my stock. That's the only thing I have in my warehouse. I don't have any other product. Right? So whatever product I have, I can give only that. What I don't have, how can I give? So we should not even have that. If you open the tap on the basin, what will come out? Mango juice. No, because there is no mango juice in the tank. How mango juice will come down? So if somebody opens up our emotions, what should come out? Anger, envy, lust, greed? No. Krishna Prem should come out if we have only that. But if I have a lot of stock of lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, then that will come out. So we should clear our stock. We should clean our heart. Clean up all negativities. We want Krishna to come in our heart. How many of us want? Every one of us. Why will he come if there is something dirty inside? Why will he come if there is something inside anyway, dirty or not dirty? Krishna likes single accommodation. He doesn't like shared accommodation. He says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja. What does it mean? Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja. Surrender unto me only. Only me. Nobody else. He wants 100% our attention and affection. 100%. Krishna doesn't want your 90% love. Krishna doesn't want your 99% love. Krishna doesn't want your 99.99% love. He doesn't want. He wants 100%. That's why ISKCON is there. ISKCON is not like other temples, Hindu temples, where somebody comes, breaks a coconut, or breaks somebody's head, whatever, and goes away. No. Pray something, fulfill this. No, ISKCON Prabhupada started so that we can love Krishna 100%. That is Krishna's standard. He doesn't have low standards. If somebody offers you a glass of water to drink, 99% pure, will you drink? 99% pure water, 1% dirt. Will you drink? Yes? You got it? 99% pure water, 1% dirt. No, I want 100% pure water. Change this. Something white I am seeing. No, I don't want. Right? Our standard is 100% purity. And Krishna's standard is lower. No. If a husband tells wife, I love you, 99%. 1% neighbor's wife, I love. Will the wife accept? No. There will be a fight. Wife wants 100% love. Husband wants 100% love. And Shyam Sundar wants 10%, 20%, 99%. No. Shyam Sundar also wants 100%. So give your 100%. Empty your mind. And for that tolerance is required, not revenge. Somebody hurt me, somebody insulted me, and I'm keeping that experience in my heart and mind, in my memory for 3 years, 4 years, 10 years. Then how will Krishna come? It's a clear indication to Krishna, no entry, don't come, I have somebody else in my heart. So we forgive. If I have hurt somebody, go and beg forgiveness. If somebody hurt me, before asking, give forgiveness, close the file. Not have an attitude of revenge or trauma or in the memory that 5 years you are thinking, last Radhashtami, he gave cake to everybody but didn't give cake to me. It's 5 years now, I will never forgive. No. Close the file. It is like somebody gave me burning coal in my hand. And I am deciding, whose mistake? The one who gave me. I will not throw unless he says sorry. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, no, I will not throw unless he says sorry. I will treasure this. Arey, throw it! No, I am treasuring the insult, I am treasuring the pain, I am treasuring the loss, unless he says sorry. Who is at loss? I am at loss. Continuously burning inside. So forgive. Or beg forgiveness and close the situation, close the agenda. Keep your heart free for Krishna to come. You have to give 100% to Krishna, not 99, 100% to Krishna, not 99%. So that's why this VIHE, that's why this Bhakti Shastri, that's why this is ISKCON. To learn what we are learning in the Shastras, to practice, to develop a service attitude and 100% purity, so that we love Krishna, who is most lovable. And nobody is so lovable. He loves us 100%. If today from the Shastra you get some verse where Krishna says, I love my devotees 99%, would you like it? No, we want 100% Krishna's reciprocation. But we have license to give him less. So give 100% to Krishna. Of course, gradual growth, gradual advancement. That's why ISKCON is there. That's why this chanting. And if we want this chanting to be successful this life, we have to follow this verse. That is the only way to transform, to Shuddha Naam. There is a twist in the story. To be humble, to be tolerant, to give respect to others, and not expect respect from others. Okay? We end here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Hare Krishna. You have any comments and questions? Yes.
Prabhuji, that you said that we should think ourselves less. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, you said that we should think ourselves less than others. But does that mean that we should think ourselves as bad also?
You are good or bad? You don't know. So if you don't know you are good or bad, if you don't know that you are good or bad, that makes you good or bad.
I'm like normal.
You got no, you got my question? If I don't even know whether what I am doing is good or bad, then I am a good individual or bad individual. Suppose a person is doing something and you ask him what you are doing is proper or improper. He says, I don't know. What will you evaluate the person as?
I don't know, ignorant.
He doesn't know, but do you know? So when I don't even know myself, I cannot be good. Right? I don't even know what I am doing. The word normal is crazy. Fool. I don't even know what I am doing. So if I have knowledge of Dharma, I should be able to evaluate myself, whether I am on a right path or not. So because we have forgotten Krishna, we are bad anyway. Right? Otherwise, if a good person, will he forget Krishna? We have forgotten Krishna. How can we be good? Right? So thinking oneself lower. See, humility doesn't mean whole day you think of yourself. I am bad, I am bad, I am bad, I am bad. International Society for Krishna Consciousness, not my consciousness. I am bad, I am bad, I am bad. Right? Humility means think of Krishna more. Yeah? Okay? Yes.
Thank you for wonderful class, Prabhuji. Actually, in our life, we listen, just now also you tell about the humility and tolerance. But in practically, when such provoking situation come, tempting situation come, our knowledge doesn't works, and how to apply this knowledge in our practically in our life.
Well, provoking situation means somebody is opening the tap. Right? So what will come out of the tap? What you have in the tank? So even before provoking situation comes, we have to keep the tank clean. So every day we have to chant, every day we have to practice bhakti, so the tank is clean. So when the provoking situation comes, somebody opens the tank, mango juice comes, Krishna Prem comes out. So it is not something to be taken care when the tap opens, it is something taken care before the tap opens. Right? So it is not something which has to be taken care after a provoking situation. It has to something to be trained before provoking situation. So right now we should practice bhakti so nicely every day that when the provoking situation comes, we are ready. Right? You have to take the umbrella before you go out the house. After the rain comes, you say, oh, let me purchase an umbrella. No, you have to make it ready before the rain comes. You have to repair the roof before the water leaks, not after the water leaks. Right? So that's why every day sadhana we have to do, so that when the provoking situation comes, I am prepared. Okay? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Dandavad
Krishna.
pranams. Two questions, Prabhuji. One is tolerance in the different modes. You mentioned in the mode of ignorance. So sometimes in a practical setting like a temple, there are some services which don't go properly according to the standard. Of course, we have the top standard for deity worship, but there are other services which may not have that kind of a standard. So it's a kind of disservice to the devotees involved. So what happens is, then the question comes, how long do we tolerate? Because on one hand, there is scarcity of manpower. So how do we understand this tolerance in this particular, where disservice is happening?
No, then we try to improve. If there's a gap between the what standard is supposed to be done and what we are doing, we have to improve the gap by taking the next step. So there may be 10 steps in between. At least take one step. Not just adjust mentally that okay, no manpower, so the chalta hai. No, let me take one step ahead. What is the next step? Can I personally improve the standard? Yes, no. If it is yes, do it. If no, then who can help me? Manpower. Let me go and preach and get a manpower. Or let me go to my senior and ask a manpower. Right? Why to expand a project in such a way that there is struggle and low quality service? Krishna is master and master of all the universes. Why we do low quality service? Right? So we try to improve. With time, place, circumstances, of course, we try to improve. So if we know the standard has to be better, we seek help.
Yes, ma'am. And second question is from the pastime of Krishna tolerating the insults of 100 insults of Shishupal. So you mentioned in the class that each of us has different tolerance limits also. So going by that pastime, if we reach a point where we are peak point, so what could be the best course of action in that regard?
Well, it depends the situation on the situation. The course of action is to protect oneself. So if it is an insult or violence or something else, it depends on the situation. You can protect oneself. So if it is an insult, we can, and the relationship is important. We can't cut the relationship. We can go and have a peaceful communication that this behavior I am not able to handle. So please modify this behavior. And if there is anything from my side I have to modify so that this behavior doesn't happen. Because maybe the behavior of that person is caused by me only. So if there's change required from my side, I am happy to make a change so that you don't behave in this way and I am peaceful. Right? So if a relationship is important, both should be ready to make a change and modify so that they don't insult each other or they don't hurt each other. So it depends on the situation. We should definitely create an atmosphere of peace, non-hurting.
Thank
Right?
you.
So if somebody is speaking in high volume and I am not able to handle it, I'll say, fold my hands, please speak in low volume. We cannot continue the conversation in high volume. Or we talk after your cool down. Right? So we deal with it in mode of goodness, proper behavior, without hurting others and protecting ourselves. Okay?
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the nice class.
Thank you.
What I understood that if by tolerating my consciousness is not blossoming, then I can speak up in a peaceful manner and I can try to discuss to sort it out that problem peacefully. That is possible, right? That is not called offense. Like
Not at all. Not at all.
because sometimes we take it wrongly that Trinada Pisuni Chena that I have to tolerate and tolerate only. I should not speak up. So
So see, there are different stages of a devotee's advancement. If by speaking up you are advancing, you speak up. If by remaining silent you are advancing, you remain silent. So same two devotees in two different same situation may react in a different way and both may advance. Like Vidura was being insulted by Duryodhana. And he just left the place and went for pilgrimage and met Maitreya Muni. And he advanced by that. He became so advanced, he came back and liberated the Dhritarashtra, which he couldn't do whole life. Right? He didn't protest, he didn't complain, he didn't fight. He just left. So So depends on our stage of bhakti. But yeah, you are correct. There is nothing wrong in speaking up in a very Vaishnava etiquette way that this behavior is unacceptable.
Thank you, Prabhuji. And my second question is Prabhuji's question that we should suppose to practice tolerance beforehand so that whenever provoking situation comes, then we can really face that situation with tolerance. But after, like, suppose somebody after facing or after witnessing this kind of situation in their life, and then they are getting this kind of classes about tolerance, what should be the next step? Because now that I already am holding that grudges, already holding that animosity, and sometimes it happens that I want to, but I am unable to do it, because sometimes I feel like that I am a sick person, I want to, but it is naturally happening and I'm not being able to let it go. And then I'm hearing today's class, and then from today onward, I have to do some practices. So how will I take it forward?
So you're talking about some trauma already one
Yes.
has, and the pain is continuing. So if you are comfortable, meet or call that person. Say, this is what happened. Maybe I have done a mistake. Maybe you have done a mistake. But this behavior had hurt me. I just want to share this with you. If the person says, oh, I didn't realize, sorry, you say, I forgive. I forgive you, and close the chapter. If the person doesn't say sorry, still you say, I forgive you, and close the chapter. Don't carry it forward.
Thank you.
If that is comfortable, yeah.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for this class. And first, I would like to show gratitude by, I really liked when you said that tolerating without growth, without there is any positive growth, then that is definitely, it's unproductive. And we should not indulge in tolerating such type of abuse or in relationships. So that was very wonderful, and it's needed also. And please shed more light on false humility, where we can be faking humility, not expressing genuine humility from the heart. One might be expressing humility for the sake of doing so, especially when we are in a Vaishnava community, where the emphasis is much on humility, because the more the humble we become, or the more we become free from false ego, the more we can chant the holy names in a pure state of mind.
Well, if I don't have humility, so I wait for a few years till I have humility. Till that, what do? Behave in a proud way or a humble way?
Yeah, faking is good.
No, I'm asking you a question.
Okay, so yeah.
I don't have humility, but it is important. I will have after a few years by practice. Till that, what do? Behave in a proud way?
Yeah. Behave in a proud way is okay, but that is also sometimes okay. But sometimes people disrespect when they are becoming proud. They disrespect others. So that is.
So behave in a proud way is okay?
Sometimes it's.
No. I should still behave humbly.
Yeah.
See, there is a difference between humility and humble behavior.
Yeah.
When a person has humility, he behaves humbly. When a person doesn't have humility, still he should behave humbly.
Yeah.
So that he develops humility and he continues to be in association of devotees.
Yes.
If I don't behave humbly,
That's.
then I will not continue in association of devotees.
So that is respecting the place where we are in. So that will conducive for us to develop the real humility. Yes, at this point of time, we are not generally that much humble because we identify with the body. So, and then the more we identify with the soul, then we realize how inferior we are and how superior other devotees are. And yes, it's also important that it says that the spiritual master and the leader should also become humble. They should also not be arrogant of their position. And it's also important that the more we grow, the humble we become. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
So,
Next question.
Prabhuji, there is a statement like fake it until you make it. So, we should apply that in devotional life because
No, we should follow proper etiquette.
okay,
They see there are qualities and there are etiquette.
correct.
So the etiquette is based on real qualities. But if the qualities are not there, still we should follow etiquette. It should not be going beyond what is normal. Like coming to temple and paying obeisances. That's etiquette. Whether I feel like or not, I should pay obeisances. Right?
Yes. Thank you.
Any more questions? Yeah, go ahead.
Prabhuji, in the process of tolerating, I just want to understand whether this is a correct way or not. So if I am, is it okay for someone to go out of the comfort zone and be flexible to take some amount of pain in the name of tolerance just to make that advancement in spirituality?
In principle, it looks fine, but I would be able to respond if you are having a specific situation. in mind.
Context. Maybe I'll talk to you in person.
You're welcome. Next question. Okay? Happy? Yes. We'll end here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Haribol devotees, we thank Gokuleshwar Prabhu for the class. Today exploring the topics of humility and tolerance. It was very nice to understand that always we've been discussing this, that all these qualities, they are meant to be subservient to bhakti. And they are not fully useful until they lead us to Krishna consciousness. So that was very nice to hear that again. And making the distinction between the quality and the behavior is also very important, and how we have to somehow enact the behavior if the quality is not there, because that will be favorable for our advancement in Krishna consciousness. It's part of our practice. So we'll be looking forward to some other classes by Gokuleshwar Prabhu. Wishing everybody a wonderful day. Hare Krishna.